Hello again. Good to see you guys. So good news is we have 6,000 subscribers now, which is phenomenal. But with that comes bad news. With the sudden influx of people, YouTube has now realized that my channel exists. And they've also realized how horny the channel is, which means the Belle Delphine Pornhub video has been taken down. And I have a copyright strike. Not a copyright strike, I have a channel violation strike. So it would be in my best interest to make my videos a little bit less horny. With that being said, let's turn some eroticas into Mad Libs. Here we have a good one from the site Kink League, which seems to market its erotica exclusively to middle-aged white moms who have live, laugh, love signs hanging around their kitchen. Corrine, see, I told you. Corrine got in the Uber. It was late and raining. Usually she ended up not having another passenger in the car when she pulled. Tonight, Russ was in the car. Russ?
You know, the most productive shit you could do with a woman or with anyone in general in life is mentally fuck the shit out of them and put them onto some new wavelengths and new material knowledge-wise so they can use it to make their life better.
Alright, so this isn't an actual erotica where they have sex. This is an erotica where he mentally fucks the shit out of her. She's gonna be in the backseat like, ah, yes, Russ, elevate my mindset. Whatever. She planned to hibernate for Valentine's Day. He would be the last person to see her for a while. What an ominous line to have in an erotica. Because, you know, nothing gets people more wet than potentially being murdered by the last person who sees you in an Uber of all things. So listen, you're going to get into this stranger's car, where another stranger is in the backseat with you, and he's going to be the last guy to see you for a while. Turned on yet? The car parked across the street from where she stood on the corner, headed in the opposite direction. Her umbrella blew up in the wind, and rain sloshed her from every angle. All 360 angles. There's rain coming from the cement, rain coming from the buildings behind her. She was wet and sloppy when she got into the backseat with Russ. See that? It seems like the job has already been done for him. Seems like she's ready. Hi, he said when she sat beside him. Corrine, the driver asked, confirming she was the right passenger. Yes, she said, and looked at her phone. Hi, she said as a delayed response to Russ. This dialogue is truly riveting, which is why I think we should change it. So we're just going to take that beginning part and turn it into a Mad Lib. Okay, so that one was a bit tame. You know, I didn't want to get into anything too sexy just yet. Let's tease for a bit. And of course, no video involving erotica would be complete without a little something from 50 Shades of Grey. His breathing is ragged, matching mine. When did you start your period, Anastasia? I would just like to remind everyone that this book outsold Harry Potter. Oh man, if only Voldemort had asked Hermione. Hermione, when did you start your period? He reaches between my legs and pulls on the blue string. What? That what is in the excerpt, but it's also a genuine reaction I had to just reading that line. Imagine he just like pulls on the string and like Anastasia's just like, there's a snake in my boot. She's like Woody from Toy Story, but I hope that's as funny to you guys as it is to me. He reaches between my legs and pulls on the blue string, what? And gently takes my tampon out and tosses it into the nearby toilet. Wow, accuracy. Holy fuck. Sweet mother of all. Jeez. And then he's inside me. Ah! I never really realized how bad this book is. I feel like this one's gonna be a bit difficult because I feel like nothing we come up with in the Mad Lib will be funnier than the fact that that was an actual sentence included in an actual best-selling novel. But it's okay. We'll get by.
Hello again. Remember me? We were making love, but just getting started. This is foreplay.
Alright, so let's jump into the next one. Pop-up. We're just going to jump right into the middle. Their kissing got heavier, so much so that she curled on her side and brought him down to the mattress with her. His kisses remained greedy, but his fingers were even greedier, searching up her skirt. She wore a simple thong trimmed in lace, and he cupped her vulva through it. One rule of erotica, if you're going to write an erotica, maybe don't refer to things by their scientific names. And he thrust at approximately 5 miles per hour, burning like 2 calories a minute. His warm fingers massaged her there, and she heard the tiny thwick of how wet she was as he massaged her. That's such a weird sound effect. Maya reached for him. He did not resist as she unbuttoned his shirt and kissed his clavicle. There it is again. In the middle of reading an erotica, I shouldn't have to pull up an open browser, a different browser, to be like, what's a clavicle so I can know whether or not it's sexy? They started to wrestle on the bed, and every time they turned, someone lost a piece of clothing. Every time they turned, someone lost a piece of clothing. I know when the author uses the word wrestle, they just imply that Maya and this dude are just heavily intertwined and they're just rolling around a bit. But I just love the thought of Maya getting up onto the dresser and then just like hopping up and doing a flying elbow into this guy's abdomen. Shit, now it's passed on to me. Why didn't I just say stomach? Naked and panting, Maya knew that he knew she was ready for him. But did he know that Maya knew that he knew? And did Maya know that he knew that she knew that he knew? So we're just going to take that bit, take out a few words, and let someone else fill in the rest. And because I'm committed to staying on brand, here's an erotica about sneezes. We're just going to jump right into the middle of this where the sneezes start happening because, hey, that's what we're all here for, right? As the large black horse had trotted up the slope of the backyard, Lady Dearborn had had a hard time finding her handkerchief, which had been tucked into a secretive slit of her dress. The sneeze had been building quickly. The sneeze sounds like it would be good at Fortnite. The feathers tickling dreadfully, and she had been bent nearly sideways, looking frantically for the small pocket, when the first sneeze had burst forth. Achoo! She had sneezed, the roar escaping her with equal measures of power and desperation. She had lost her balance in surprise at the explosion, horrified by its thunderous quality. As she had tried to right herself, another loud and decidedly unladylike sneeze had burst forth. Achoo! Alright, so here's a good one to end this on. This is an excerpt from The Shape of Her by Roman Somerville. The wet friction of her, tight around him, the sight of her open, stretched around him, the cleft of her body, it tore a climax out of him with a final lunge. Like a lepidopterist mounting a tough-skinned insect with a too-blunt pin, he screwed himself into her. Imagine having sex with someone and just saying like, yeah, pin me, like, just nail me like you would a moth to a wall. So that's definitely going in. After dinner, baby, we gotta talk. Okay, and now it's time for one of my friends to help fill out these new Mad Libs. So, we're back. This is my friend Alexandria, and she's going to fill in these very erotic Mad Libs for us. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Adjective.
Adjective is a describing word.
For a noun, yeah.
For a noun.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Another adjective.
Intellectual.
Intellect. Is this your ideal woman?
Yes, it is actually.
Noun.
Fight.
Celebrity.
Jessie Reyes.
Who? Who is that?
She's a singer and an artist. I saw her in
Okay, I'm
Evil.
glad that 10 people will understand that reference. Verb.
Fast.
Fast as in like starve? Verb. Like an action.
Yeah, you're doing something fast. Or no, is that
No,
that's still
that's
a describing word, I guess.
That's an adverb.
Ah, I'm sorry. Okay, so swimming.
Verb that ends with ed.
I almost said swam. But
We could do swam. A noun.
Quinn.
I guess that works. Liquid.
P.
Corrine got in the Uber. It was pretty and intellectual. Usually she ended up not having another fight in the car when she pulled. Tonight Jessie Reyes was in the car. Whatever. She planned to swim for Valentine's Day. She would be the last person to see her for a while. The car swam across the street from where she stood on the corner, headed in the opposite direction. Her quinn blew up in the wind, and P sloshed her from every angle. She was cool and sloppy when she got into the backseat with Jessie Reyes. That's a solid start. And of course this video wouldn't really be complete without an excerpt from 50 Shades of Grey. Adjective.
Sticky.
Adjective.
Harry.
Object.
Broom.
Adverb.
Vest.
Object.
Telescope.
A noun.
Park.
His breathing is sticky, matching mine. When did you start your period, Anastasia? I couldn't change any words in there because it's already so good. He reaches between my legs and pulls on the hairy broom. What? And quickly takes my broom out and tosses it into the nearby telescope. Holy fuck. Sweet mother of Park. Jeez. And then he's inside me. Jeez is in this erotica. Imagine being fucking going like,
Jeez.
oh jeez, like, oh Jiminy Crickets.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh crap! Oh crap! Yeah, your parents come in and they're just like, good job, no cursing.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Are you using a condom? Let's just make sure that you are. Alright, so this is the next one. Adjective.
Meaningless.
Object.
Record player.
Okay. Are you just looking at my record player?
No.
Adjective.
Sexy.
Adjective.
Hairy.
Dude, come on, man. Object.
Pole. As in pole dancing? Like a pole?
Okay, alright. Object.
Poop.
Verb.
Dancing.
Body part.
Pussy.
A body part.
Foot.
Sound effect. Their kissing got meaningless, which is the funniest thing.
That was actually perfect.
That's very existential.
Yeah.
You ever make out with someone and then realize, why am I doing this? Why
You
do
like
I hate
slowly
myself?
open your eyes and you're like, oh,
This
coming
isn't
to me.
fun.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel good.
I don't even like them that much. I'm
Yeah.
just horny.
So much so that she curled on her side and brought him down to the record player with her. His kisses remained sexy, I guess, sure, but his fingers were even hairy, searching under her pole. She wore a simple thong trimmed in poop, and he danced her pussy through it. His sucky foot massaged her there, and she heard the tiny of how wet she was as he massaged her. Imagine if every time you got wet and a guy tried to finger you, you just... It's like an alarm clock. Right, here's another sneeze one. Adjective.
Purple.
Another adjective.
Gross.
Animal.
Ooh, a giraffe.
Object.
A table.
Object.
A box.
Another object.
A bra.
Sound effect.
Whoop whoop.
Adjective.
Red like blood, and you have to put it like
Okay,
that.
alright. Another adjective.
Sloppy.
Object.
A roof.
Creative.
Oh no, can I change it to
Oh, yeah.
cantaloupe?
As the gross purple giraffe had trotted up the slope of the backyard, Lady Dearborn had had a hard time finding her table, which had been tucked into a secretive slit of her thong. The sneeze had been building up quickly, the box tickling dreadfully, and she had been bent nearly sideways, looking frantically for the bra, when the first sneeze had burst forth.
Whoop whoop whoop.
The roar escaping her with equal measures of red like blood and sloppiness. Ugh. She had lost her cantaloupe in surprise at the explosion, horrified by its thunderous quality. Alright, this is the last one. A type of job.
Prostitute.
Verb.
Slapping.
Noun.
Pinky toe.
Adjective.
Fluffy.
Animal.
An anteater.
Adjective.
Bloody.
Object.
A sword.
The wet friction of her, tight around him, the sight of her open, stretched around him, the cleft of her body. It tore a climax out of him with a final lunge. Like a prostitute slapping her pinky toe against a fluffy anteater with a bloody sword, he screwed himself into her. Alright, so that was that. Dislike.
Leave a hate comment.
Don't subscribe.
Unsubscribe, actually.
And then
if you
report
haven't
this
done it.
video.
Please.
Thank you.